You ready?
Ready to rock?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
And we're live.
Our pets' heads are falling off. My asshole's falling off.
Steve's asshole.
If I eat another lean cuisine, I'm going to strangle something.
I was actually going to say, is anyone else kind of enjoying the... I'm really enjoying... I think it's because my diet... Thank you, sir. Our diet was pretty strict. Not strict, like I eat whatever... But like we're eating mainly fish and like... You know, a more calculated diet. Because you could go out and like... that's usually how I get out of the house. I'll go to a restaurant or whatever. But... I'm actually having a blast with a full fridge, just a bunch of options. I feel like I'm in college again, all the frozen meals.
I like the simplicity of it, you know?
But like, it's such a plethora of like options and like taste that I haven't really, I had a pretty regulated diet before this. And now I just have I have a reason. I'm doing more exercise, like cardio to make up for it, but I'm still like watching calories, you know what I mean? As much as I can, but I'm fucking having a blast.
I feel like I'm 10 years old again.
Me too.
It's like, oh, am I going to have a frozen spaghetti dinner or am I going to eat some
But
Fruit
like,
Loops?
am I like, maybe I'm just a simpleton, but I'm really enjoying some of the taste we got going on in there.
What do you got? What do you like?
That Amy's brand, I mean, I've never eaten any of this shit before, but the Amy's frozen, like they have all those different things.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor. Fucking with Amy's, heavy. There's just a few good little things in there. CPK.
Frozen pizzas?
Frozen pizza, like, but it's like kind of, it's pretty good.
Do you see that that Prez is still doing pizza reviews with frozen pizzas?
I think it's better than it's...
Talking to Prez right now. We're seeing if we can make it work. We should talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So, fuck, man, another shower idea. Doing a celebrity beer pong tournament. Haven't announced who's in it yet, but we got it all locked in. It's rock solid.
Well, by the time this comes out, people will know who's in it.
Oh yeah, okay. By the time,
So you can name drop.
yeah. Okay.
First, lead us up to the idea.
So the
How'd you get there? What
idea
is
is like, all right, everyone's stuck in their house. I was seeing all these like stupid competitions everyone's doing, like just things to pass the time, content with like push-up challenges and shit, and thought virtual beer pong would be really cool, and wanted to tie it into everything that's happening. So we're playing from our respective houses, and what better time to be able to like access celebrities when they can't go anywhere. You know, usually the hardest part of getting celebrities together to do something is conflicting schedules and shit. But everyone's stuck in their crib and social distancing and everything. So we're not playing beer pong like we used to since this has started. So it was, you know, me and Blue will play. So we're playing Kane Brown first round, right? I think it's him and his girlfriend or whatever.
And when you say virtual
fucking
beer
kick
pong,
their ass.
So sorry.
can you what was I gonna say? Oh, can you explain what virtual beer pong is?
Yeah, that's what I'm explaining.
Yeah.
So we set up our table as if Kane and his girlfriend were here, but they're not going to be here. So you set up a full table. All they're going to need is their partner and then someone filming with their phone. And essentially, it's going to be streamed live on Instagram. So I'll go on my Instagram. Kane will go on his Instagram. We'll merge our lives. So for everyone who tunes in, it'll be a split screen. So, you know, the person filming will stand behind on the other side of the table. You'll see who's shooting. You'll see the cups go in, right? So if say I hit the front cup, then Kane will be like, all right, cool, take out the front cup and drink it. So you could play and the game's completely normal. Only thing that's different is no bounces, obviously, because there's no opponents. But
to your knowledge, has this ever been done before?
no. I think this could be a fucking idea. You know, there's shit that me and Post and his camper on there's shit in the works, like, you know, potentially regarding beer pong, but nothing like this. And being able to do it remotely, like just wherever you are, like I think there's a novelty to that in this day and age. And like, as you know, I just think it could be something we do over and over again. You know, but yeah, it's just it was a shower idea. It's just like, why wouldn't we do that? Like,
Start playing some FaceTime pong.
yeah. I mean, that's essentially
you up
what
right
this.
now?
That's essentially what this is.
Let's get a game going.
It's essentially what this is.
No,
But we're also each team puts in $500 minimum to enter, and then all proceeds. We're gonna figure out how to do this. This might be a good question to ask the fans. Personally, say I won the tournament, which is a very high chance of that. Let's say
Great chance.
Say we won $25,000 or whatever the number is, right? Or 20. I haven't even done the math, just making that up. Whatever the number is, I kind of was gravitating towards like doing some kind of thing online and picking like a bunch of fans individually. Like, say we picked 5-6 people and they explained why they needed the money, to help them during this time.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine like picking 6-7 people and sending them all like $3,000.
Yeah.
That could really like, that's
change their lives.
Really impactful. Well, at least for right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a life-changing amount of money, but right now it just like really could help. Versus like, put it in a pot towards, coronavirus recovery, and like
Who knows
like
where
that's
that's
like
going,
a chink. That's like not even a penny. It's like not even a rock in the ocean. Like it won't make any waves. You know what I mean? It'd be such a big amount.
Yep.
Where our amount won't be that big. But if we do it like that, then you're like directly impacting a few people's lives like really closely, and like a bigger impact. So
just like Justin Bieber in the Intentions video. Did you see that?
No,
that's what he did.
It's almost like the God's Plans
nice.
video, but I didn't want to say that, but I did.
Yeah. I mean,
it's good. As long as you're getting back, it doesn't matter.
No, I just think, I'm asking, I think that's a better thing.
I think it's better.
I agree.
Too.
Pick 5-6 people that, we could see who we're helping versus just like a cause. And we're like, all right, yeah, like part of like a $1 trillion relief thing. Like,
it's like in 6th grade, we were all assigned a sea turtle that had a tracker on it. And we got to go in computer class and track our sea turtle on the internet to see where he was migrating to.
Wow. I didn't experience that one.
Never heard of that in my life.
Kind of like that.
I had pen pal. I had a pen pal.
I guess
somewhere.
it's like that.
That's hilarious.
You're like, no, not at all. Are you able to say like who else is in the tournament?
Yes.
By now it's already started.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So this will reveal which puts, if anyone backs out, you guys can chirp him because this is where we are right now. We got Johnny Football. We got Travis Kelce. We got the Nelk Boys. We got MGK. We got Morgan Wallen. We got Barstool, Trevor Bauer, Mike Clevenger, Dansby Swanson, and his girlfriend Mallory, who's really dope. She's a Olympian soccer player for Team USA. Gronk and Camille. Kane Brown. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. It's just funny.
Because I think they're going to be electric.
I think
they're. I feel like Gronk's going to be like Shaq shooting free throws. Like he's going to be too big. The ball's going to be too little in his hands.
They're an athletic couple for sure. But I think
how's Camille athletic?
She just looks athletic,
She's a cheerleader, Camille. So that's athletic. Yeah,
she dances. I don't know. She looks like
she's that. But that's different than sports. You could be a good dancer and then like have no idea what you're doing.
She definitely played some type of sport. She probably played softball.
Maybe. Sagan, Stroman. And there's actually one opening. James Conner just hit me and said he can't. He didn't have anyone that can play with him. He's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I think he's alone.
Mm-hmm. That's how he should be,
He's taking social distancing quite literally.
Who's Marcus playing with him?
He's playing against Tyler Sagan.
No, who is he playing with?
His boy on the Mets. They're gonna be good. Another baseball player.
Yeah, he's pretty
but Marcus
good. I'm not worried about
Marcus. Marcus doesn't strike me as a beer pong
guy.
But look, there's a lot of baseball players in here.
Marcus.
Mike Clevenger is playing against Trevor Bauer.
Do we have a domain name yet, so people can have like a landing page and where to go, home base?
So it's the Ballina Cup, which is this gorgeous thing behind us, and also these shirts, the Ballina Cup. They're the mocks of these belts. Hold up the belt for him.
A little help here. The belt just not. Hey.
And then it's at the Ballina Cup, so it's spelled like ball in a cup. So the Ballina Cup. So to rehash, it's on everyone's personal Instagram. So like, so you could go to my page if I'm playing.
I'm just wondering, like, people to tune in to see the schedule, to see the
no,
bracket.
that's all. Just go to Instagram or Twitter.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to make a site because the games won't live on the site. They'll live on Instagram exclusively.
Gotcha.
Do you get what I mean?
Yep.
We're trying to work out how Barstool can be involved. They have a team in it, but maybe they can be the content. Like maybe you could tune into Barstool to like if you weren't going to go follow them on their Instagram, but they would have the recaps of the games or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Hell, maybe even ESPN at this point. They got nothing to report.
Call Scott Van Pelt up.
We're playing Kane Brown first.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
he's pretty good.
No, I know, just chirping him and his girlfriend.
I'm
Like,
gonna be chirping his eye.
hey, I'm so sorry about that. Sorry about this.
Last question. If Blue blows the game for you, is he still going to be allowed back in the house?
Yeah. What kind of question? You think I'm gonna blow the game? I'm not saying he's gonna blow.
think he's gonna blow the game?
No.
I think me and Blue are gonna be very hard to beat.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm.
But like I just posted about this. Like anything can happen, man.
Well, let's tie up this quarantine. Let's what have been the benefits of this quarantine for you? I know for us it hasn't been that much different. I've been calling people who are married and that have kids, and I hear in the background it's like the invasion of Poland. There's like,
I can't imagine.
hey, get off the table. Hey, hi, Daddy, get off the fucking table. I gotta call you back.
Yeah.
And with us, it's just we're kind of living the way we normally live.
Exactly.
Just kind of a bunch of bros in quarantine. We work from here. This is our temple.
We're so fucking blessed, man. But
you haven't left the house in what, 2 weeks?
I haven't left the house in 2 weeks, and I haven't had a problem at all with it. I'm already a homebody. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, oh, I went here and went there and went there today. Like I'm pretty. You know, what's the word? I just not. It's not even calculated. You know, like we go for walks around the neighborhood and shit like that. I would usually use a few times to get out of the house just to go get a meal and sit down with like a few friends. You know, usually Blue, Sachi. And just get a good meal. That would be my way of getting out of the house. So I don't leave that much. What I will say is it's a really good time to like to use this extra personal time that you can like work on a lot of the things that we've been talking about in this podcast. I get that it's a lot of people DM me and like, yeah, man, it's just hard to get into meditation. I have to get up 20 minutes, like 30 minutes earlier, and my wife or whatever, you know, all these different reasons. And it's hard to disrupt when you're in a routine of life. It's really hard to disrupt that routine and like implement something else new to your routine. Yep. That's the whole part, like about habits. That's what habits are. Routines that you're stuck in, and it might be even habits of thought where you're in a routine of thinking the same way. Okay. But using this time to break those habits and actually do it in a good way. Now there's some new challenges like not eating too much and not getting depressed because you can't go outside.
Too much time on Pornhub.
Yeah, too much time on Pornhub, whatever it may be.
Get damn calluses on my hand.
Yeah, social media is going dumb. You know what I mean? It's just like everything's going. So, you know, there's a new set of challenges, but I think it's a really good time, you know, to work on your mental because it's a mentally challenging time. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air. There's a lot of fear. And people are, you know, worried about when it's going to end so they can get back to their lives. And that just creates more anxiety and stuff. So my biggest piece of advice would just be trying to work on the mental. You could start reading some of those books. You could start
break your habit with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Spend 2-3 hours, you know, watching something that you think you can learn from or you could help versus just like fucking off all day. If you fuck off all day, you're going to start feeling like shit. Mm-hmm. You are. That's what happens. And you don't know why. I'm just like, oh, I'm in a bad mood. I'm depressed. Because you fucked off all day. Subconsciously, you feel like shit.
Yep. I think you should get off. So even though it's like a time where you think you should be on social media more because there's nothing to do, I think this is a time where you should get off social media.
Unless the Ballina Cup's on. In that case, tune in on Instagram every night.
No, but I think it's more of balance. Think about all the people that go in the house so much. You can't go out. So if you're not going to go out, you can't really. I mean, if you live with your girlfriend, you can like. Yeah. I've had a girlfriend here.
Take 2-3 hours personal time.
Drink more, you know.
Tell hey, like at this hour, like you could watch the kid or whatever. Like you guys watch a movie. I'm gonna read and try to meditate and like. You just have to at some point. You have to take the leap into it and actually put it into action. You know what I mean? And that's the hardest part, especially about meditating, dude. It's like I've been telling all these guys they nibble on it. Sometimes I'll go 4 or 5 days without doing it, and I love it. And I don't have really a reason not to, like a concrete reason. If you looked at my day, you'd be like, what do you mean you didn't have time? But I felt like I didn't have time, you know, and like my day gets going and that's that. So it's like, what better time? You're forced to be inside. Like,
And like, you don't have to stop just at meditation. There's, now with all this free time, you can really
sure.
do some soul searching and find out what
sure.
what that is. For
I
you.
think there's a lot of people that be like, man, if I had some time, I would do this.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
This is the time.
Do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe you'll look back at this time and be like, oh my God, I went through that hardship so I could realize I was supposed to be doing this. Like if you look at it optimistically and maybe even believe that if you hate where you are and hate where you're working, you could maybe go into this and try to believe, and get yourself to believe that like this is happening for a reason, and then believe that like, hey, maybe I this is my time to try some of this shit that I've always had an excuse to say I didn't have time, and then right now you do.
Let's shift to the side of creators specifically.
Yeah.
Do you think that being forced in solitude can birth stronger creativity?
I mean, it's a give and take. I really think creativity is all in your mind.
Yeah.
Well, it is. But like, you get what I mean? Like, I could be staring at a white wall and be inspired if I'm like in a good place mentally and I'm going in with a direction or whatever. You know what I mean? It can work both ways. The real answer to that is like, this could drive you nuts. Cause sometimes artists gotta go, like a lot of artists, like I gotta go, I have to force myself to be like, yo, go out of the house, go have some drinks, go fuck with something tonight. You know what I mean? Go, because those feelings and experiences that I'm gathering, they get channeled into the music. I'm a huge believer in that. So if you say now 4 weeks go by and you don't have much experience, like, cause you're stuck in the house, so you're pretty fucking restrained, it could drive you nuts too. Personally, I don't think it matters, because if you choose to treat your mind the right way and like if you just take in some dope content, you could be inspired to write a whole song by something you watch. It's happened to me.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, that wasn't really an answer. It's like, could be bad, could be good. I personally like the isolation. You guys know I work up there alone a lot, and just like, there's something really liberating about being completely alone.
Well, you feel unjudged, right?
Yeah.
Like even if you feel comfortable around people, when you're creating art and like you're putting your own self-expression into something, I feel like it's
Absolutely.
It's hard to be truly organic, and you're like,
oh, dude, you're
authentic.
You're 100%.
Hard to be authentic 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
With other people around.
No matter who you are, like you could be really, really mentally like crushing it. There's still like, it's subconsciously still going to be in the back of your mind. Like,
I'm the same way.
There's other people here.
I'm the same exact way. And this is why I love watching movies by myself. Because when I'm watching a movie with someone, I'm always not worried, but I'm always like focusing on how they're interpreting the movie.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, if I think something's funny, I'm going to like see what they're thinking about it first.
That probably comes from you also being like a movie maker and like wanting that to be your career. At the end of the
but when I'm
day,
by myself, like I feel like I can really enjoy it.
That's so funny. That's never crossed my mind.
Yeah. I can't believe I haven't, I brought this up to you a week ago and I haven't further explained. But just another sense that the universe is leading us in the right direction. I told you that it sure is. I now have somewhat of a plug to Deepak Chopra.
Oh my God.
The author of 7 Spiritual Laws of Success.
Yeah. You did. I completely big leagued.
And I never told you how or why.
Did I even respond? I think we had so much shit going on.
I think you just said like fire or something like that. But like, dude, it came out of nowhere. I was I was just with my family in Tahoe, and I was talking to my brother about something. And there's this guy who's in his mid-30s. He went to the same high school as my brother and I. He was a grade above my brother, and he was a film student. He went on to like produce films and do like a bunch of documentaries and stuff. Most importantly, he's been doing all of Tom Brady's stuff. So he did the Tom Brady documentary, and he's like Tom Brady's go-to film guy. Tom Brady just announced he's like starting a production company. This is the guy he's doing it with.
Is it David Yarrow?
No. You want to know what his name is?
What's his name?
Gotham Chopra. You want to know who Gotham Chopra's dad is? Deepak Chopra.
Wow.
Fuck, bro.
Sheesh.
Went to the same high school as me and my brother. Graduated a year above my brother.
Wow.
Started his film career in the same film program class that I started my film career in. The same exact class. He came in once to speak to our class. I remember.
That's fucking
because
crazy.
he's 8 years older than me. He came in. He was already like established in the industry. He came in and he talked to our class. And all this time, I had no idea.
That's nuts.
Deepak's son.
It's the universe.
Deepak's all around us, man.
So like, I'm gonna break the ice at some point.
Yeah.
I was already gonna hit him up anyways because like
Did you speak to him?
have not talked to him yet. But like, there's so many ties at this point.
Yeah, I mean, once we fire out the Larry King, like that could be something to be like, yo, like, what I want to say, the Larry King thing, only just because like it's an older guy, very established. It's not like it'll just show a little bit of validity. Something he's not going to recognize a lot of these athletes I've had on and shit.
Like, what are the odds of all that?
It's crazy.
It's the universe, bro.
Honestly, make the clip now. Make the clip that you just send him. Be like, yo, look, he's talking. These are all 5-star athletes, and he's just he's begging them to read 7 Spiritual Laws.
Yeah, well, that book's coming more into play. Like, more and more. I see it. Remember, we were watching Family Guy, and they're actually like they're essentially making fun of you on Family Guy.
Yep, sure were. Big Sean was just on Instagram.
And Big Sean recommended.
Days ago, like,
Big Sean recommended it as well.
Do you remember like the first time I heard of it? I was listening to it on my bed. I think we were home for like Christmas, and I was listening to it, and like it was like 2:00 in the morning. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna send this to Mike."
You sent it to me,
and you were reading the same book.
Yeah, I was literally talking to you about the book.
I couldn't believe it.
Like a few days earlier, I was just like, "Yo, I'm reading this book. I love this shit."
And you didn't tell me the name of it at all.
Yeah, nah. So then you sent me that link to show me, and I was like, "Dude, I'm reading this."
I listen to audiobooks, But like, I was listening to it, and I was like, "Wow, this shit is fucking crazy." Bro.
I got so many people in LA reading it. Like, just people that that have been through and shit.
I think they need it the most.
Kilmer
I still haven't read it.
Kilmer's not one of them.
Bro, you gotta. I'm telling you,
dude. It's just because honestly, dude, you don't need it. You're like you're just like an even keel, mentally stable.
I know.
Fucking day in, day out, gonna get the same guy. Dude, you're the most wait. The fact we haven't talked, you're the most consistent. You're consistently like I don't know if I've ever met anyone more consistent.
I got an even pH level in my emotions,
dude. But with everything, like you're. It's always like just even general mood. Like you're never in a bad mood ever. I don't think I've known you almost a decade. I don't think I've ever heard you yell.
Yeah, I've gotten pissed. Oh, let's like relationships aside.
Yeah,
I've got pissed like once a year maybe about something.
Dude, you know how amazing that is?
Yeah, well, I mean at the same and like
where do you get that from?
To play devil's advocate, like I don't really have much to stress about in my life, you know what I mean? Like
but like most people, you're right.
Yeah.
But most people no one understands that.
That's the gratitude that you're always talking about every day.
Yeah,
like,
so you don't really need it.
I kind of like just
have Deepak.
I have that I am Deepak Chopra.
that's the end reveal of this. He rips it off and says, "Hi, Mike."
It's a fucking Scooby-Doo episode.
It really is.
Sheesh. Yeah, it's so funny.
Blew you up, Shaggy.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you when I wasn't even keeled. I wasn't.
It wasn't me.
I wasn't even keeled when, not even when I heard about the coronavirus, and not even when I heard about the quarantine. When I heard about goddamn Tom Brady leaving the goddamn Patriots.
You're a big fan.
Deep down, I knew. I won't get too much into this, but deep down, I knew he was gonna go. I knew he was out.
I didn't think so, man.
I knew. What's so funny is we're putting out the Amendola episode. So everyone listening, if you haven't, go back to last week's and listen to Dan. We talk about it. And he's like, I'd be really fucking surprised if he didn't retire as a Patriot. Just
literally like, one of Tom's best friends.
Yeah, he was just with him like a week before.
He's like, Tom's not gonna go.
So there's something off in the. There's something off. I think Belichick is really like that much of a fucking cold-blooded motherfucker, and he was like, "Yo, Tom's not like." There's skill when you talk about like skill. Tom's kind of on a decline, and he's probably just like business doesn't make sense, like and Tom's being real butthurt about it, and there's definitely some tension.
Financially, it was not going to make sense to keep him on the team for what he wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
And what other teams were going to offer him.
Right.
He's now signing for over $30 million.
Tampa Bay strikes me as they don't need fucking money. Tom Brady and Giselle do not need money. She makes more money than he does.
You don't think there's ego involved in this at all?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I was just going to say,
Patriots were going to offer
I'm having trouble understanding why, like, Tom, I mean, there probably is a bit of ego, but also there's a factor. I think I think Giselle wears the fucking pants.
They may have strong-armed him out of the team as well.
No, I think Giselle was like, listen, Tom, I'm sick of the fucking New England cold. Half the whole season's brick in New York and New England.
Oh, they're going to Tampa now, the best city in the world.
She's like, yo, it needs to be hot. Like, I'm done with the fuck shit. And I'm pretty sure she's like the boss of the relationship.
Yeah.
Giselle told me to fucking move to fucking Cleveland. I'm in Cleveland tomorrow. Yo, but I saw a tweet that Tom Brady moved to Cleveland moved to Tampa in 2017. He already moved. He's been in Tampa since 2017. Not
I haven't heard that.
real or
I feel
fake.
like I would have.
I saw like a tweet. It was like, wow.
I feel like that would have been a story the whole time. Like he lives in Tampa.
It might be a fake tweet, but it was a tweet, and then it was the Winston guy because he's from Florida. He's like, oh my god, Tom Brady lives near me.
He just took
Like
his job.
it went kind of viral.
That's fake.
It kind of went viral. It might have been fake. Yeah.
You got.
The second I knew he was going to leave is when the Vegas odds came out on like the odds, like the over under on like what you had to pay if he was going to leave the team, or like if he was going to come back to the Patriots. The money line was like minus 140 if he was going to stay with the Patriots, which like is not that crazy of odds at all. Mm-hmm. And once I saw that, I'm like, because Vegas is right.
You dumped on it?
What's that? No, I didn't. Because like I wasn't going to bet Brady was going to stay with the Patriots because the money line was just so like, like.
Feels like something you would bet on. You're not a bettor, a huge bettor though. You're not a gambler.
No.
Tampa Bay though.
Everything I've ever bet on, I lost. And I get other people to bet too because I think it's a lock and makes them lose as well.
Dude, Tampa Bay. If I'm Tom Brady and I'm going to Florida, I'm going to them Dolphins, bro. Dan Marino, come on, bro. Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins aren't good.
I know, but it's more of a legendary. I feel like they never won before.
It's not about legendary.
No, they never won before.
Tampa Bay has a chance of being good.
If you never won before, and Tom Brady goes to Miami Dolphins and wins with the Miami Dolphins, that'll be the illest thing.
Win.
He doesn't
wouldn't win.
He doesn't get to just pick whatever team he wants to go to. There's a
right, but like he was going like
Brady.
that was part of his thing was like going to be at a competitive spot. You think he's gonna go be on a whack team and that's gonna look good?
I mean, he can draw.
There's no way
he can draw way better players.
Listen, speaking pragmatically, whoever
not true.
whoever signed them are overpaying him by about $15 million. So it's honestly they're making a mistake. Unless he's going to come back like a brand new guy and he's just going to be all of a sudden playing like he was 10 years ago.
Yeah, no,
he's not a $30 million.
I don't think skill level. He's really like if you think about the Patriots system, they have a very it's a million slots. They don't really ever play down the field. They don't ever really have long passes. Mm-hmm. All their best receivers been the guys who just little slot guys, and they have all these screen plays, and he's very accurate. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he has like at this time
doesn't have the long ball.
I really don't think he's like on a skill level that crazy. You know,
no. They might get AB though.
You think?
I heard that rumor too. Yeah,
that's what I saw. They're like if one team's not pick him up, it's gonna be them.
I saw that.
And they've been tweeting each other like, bro, they're on there. He's been like on his hip, tweeting about him and shit the whole time.
Brady.
Every time I see him tweet, AB's always like commenting. He loves him for some reason. Yeah,
because he's good.
He's really fucking good.
He can catch whatever the fuck he throws.
He was the best wide receiver he's ever been around.
Not more than Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is
way better than AB.
Better than Randy Moss.
Imagine, yeah.
Before we go into our poop break, and it's a poop break because I've been eating a lot of lean cuisines.
I don't eat anything.
Just call it a poop break?
Just slot in an extra 15 minutes for our break. My asshole's going to look like Steve's asshole.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
A couple things are happening. After the break, we're going to have some phone calls. Because of the coronavirus, a lot of seasons have been canceled in sports, both in professional and college. So we're going to talk to some professional players and some Division I NCAA players.
So who are we talking? West Virginia basketball?
Yeah, we're talking to. Should I have his name?
We don't need his name.
I got it right here. His name is Logan Rout.
Yeah,
he plays for West WVU basketball. And then we're talking to Georges.
Yeah, Georges Niang on the Utah Jazz was an amazing college player at Iowa State. Just interesting guy. The nicest guy, sweetest guy ever.
Sweetheart.
But like kind of had like a soft body as a college basketball player. And you're like, he's not that big and he doesn't look that fast and shit. And you're like, all right, but you see him crush it and put these crazy numbers up. And I remember asking Wayne Selden, who is a player at Kansas. I think he's on the Grizzlies now, but
Yeah.
he's like, yo, George is the best basketball player I've ever seen.
That's insane.
I've ever played with.
That's crazy. And
Yeah, he's like a
Wayne's
smaller
really good.
Tim Duncan, but he's got a crazy jumper. He's like one of the smaller Tim Duncan. I'm gonna tell him that in the
Was
line.
Tim Duncan stupid?
Stupid.
You said smart Tim Duncan.
Smaller.
Oh,
He's a smart Tim Duncan.
I'm like, bro, be nice to Tim Duncan. He's the nicest guy in
Tim
the world.
Duncan's the smartest player ever.
Tim Duncan was actually a very
smart.
smart player.
Larry Bird and Tim Duncan probably two smart players.
Yeah.
He's like 6'7".
Small Tim
you know what I
Duncan.
mean?
Got it.
So he's like in between size, but I want to say he's one of the. We should check before we have the call, but he's leading the NBA in 3-point percentage,
That's crazy.
No, I don't think anymore.
or he's up there.
Because there's one guy that's going viral on like social media.
Yeah, I mean he's doing
Plays
really
from
well.
the Heat.
Yeah.
Regardless. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Tyler Hero.
Bro, crushing it. Like all I
He's a
saw,
beast.
like he's doing better than like everybody. I mean, Curry's been out.
I like it. I like that kid. He's dope.
All right. So before we go into the break, the last thing that's happening that we haven't touched on yet, Swish going a little viral on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of special.
Fire. I mean, dude.
And wait, when I say kind of viral, it's at one point it was one of the most viral songs on TikTok.
Yeah, for like a week.
Like a week ago.
Yeah.
It was like the most viral
About a
song.
week ago.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Song that came out 4 years ago.
Yeah. I
Most
don't know.
viral song on TikTok.
I don't know anything about this shit. Like we just started. We're just started running our own TikTok. But TikTok, like the crazy part is, man,
You just never know.
it actually moves the needle. Like if it pops on TikTok, it translates into real business.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, you got to run it up. You know what I mean? And then it's one of those things where like if you get one going, then like the people start fucking with you. And like I started talking to some of the TikTokers, and I think that there's a game to be played there that I can fuck with. You know, I'm not gonna be making TikToks. Like I'm never gonna be doing those fucking things. But
never know.
we're gonna have shit on TikTok, and I'm gonna be there. You know, so it's been cool. But Swish is about to be gold.
Yeah.
And these days it's platinum. I just haven't announced it yet, but it's officially platinum too.
So it's crazy to me. It's crazy that Swish is fucking about to be gold.
Yeah, these days is a way bigger song.
But Swish,
Oh no, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
I thought, yeah.
I'm saying
oh my God.
Swish is like a
Gold.
quintessential TikTok song.
Yeah,
If you think about it,
yeah.
the way lyrically, the way it's
I
drew
mean,
up,
dude, like I could-
TikTok wasn't invented yet
I
when
could
you
say,
made the
yeah,
song.
I could say this, man. That, like,
Why not find out?
as long as you do, if you don't go with the trends, this can happen. Like, I'm not saying I'm the only one that doesn't go with trends. I'm just saying like you try to if you just make shit that's like if you make shit that's like truly original to you, which I felt like Swish really was. Just it sounded so strange. Like even the chorus, like it's just like a weird sound, you know?
Yep.
But I feel like TikTok rewards shit like that. Like the more unique is like, all right, put it this way. 4 years ago, the fact that it was made 4 years ago doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So like that's where I'm saying like that's an added benefit to like kind of just making what you want to make and not really being impacted by like other shit.
Ahead of your time.
You know what I mean? Because if you were making shit with the trend, like there's so much music right now and it's all great,
Yeah.
but a lot of it's just gonna get forgotten because there's so much redundancy. You know?
people want to hear different shit.
Yeah, especially when there's so many people making music. There's so many people online to create as fans.
And it's never been as easy and cheap to make professional sounding music.
Yeah, so there's just so much. So it's getting even harder and harder to find the shit you want to find. And I think what it's going to turn into is like fans, it's going like you're seeing playlisting become so important, but like you used to love the freedom of like, yo, I can just search and find the songs, right? But like there's so much and so much to comb through. I feel like it's trending back towards like tons of curated playlists. Like you see the playlists popping already, but like even more so than that, those are like Spotify sanctioned. They kind of sound like the radio. Like a lot of all the biggest songs, like in the top 50, they're all.
Ilya said this. Remember when
Yes, he
Ilya
did.
was on the show? He had the company Pluto TV that he sold for like $350 million.
He said this exact thing.
And he said that like people don't want to be given the choice, even though they think they do.
Right.
They want to be told what to watch and what to listen to.
Right.
So like he made a online programmed TV station or TV network.
yeah, Pluto
Like,
TV.
yeah, and where like it's like cable TV, but it's online.
And you couldn't rewind.
You can't rewind. It's like live TV online. And everyone thought he was crazy because like it was all about like picking what you want to watch on demand, and he was doing the opposite. And like, look, he sold it for $350 million. Like
movies and Netflix, I think music is a way more like everyone likes the same type of music more than movies. I think movies is broader. I think people like different type. Everyone likes different type of shit. Music, like, oh my god, if you like this song's popping. A lot of people like it. I don't know, but like to me,
I agree with that.
Movies is like I don't give a fuck if you think it's cool. I'll watch this shit. I'll be like, that's whack. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think movie is less critics with movies.
That's because music ties more into a social culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like parties and like event, like
you
know what I mean.
So like,
whereas movies is more of an alone thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like movies
more
are
particular.
Intimate.
Your taste.
Yeah. Music is like a group thing. Like if I'm upstairs and we're partying at the ranch and I put on Britney Spears, like you're probably gonna give me shit. You know what I mean?
But you watch a movie by yourself with your girl, so it's between you and her.
Because it's a group of people, and you want to do what's best for the group.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know.
I feel you. I think I'm a little more confused on that whole topic after that conversation we just. But I was following along, but now the end result, I don't even know what we're even just saying.
That is a hard topic. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
All right, let's go to poop break.
Poop break. Over and out.
We'll be right back with You Never Know, You Know What I Mean. Right after this giant stinky poop break.
You sleep on the toilet.
And Gary on the kick drum. Come.
Georgie.
Yo.
What's going on?
My broski, how are you, bro?
Man, just trying to survive my last couple of days of quarantine, man.
What do you mean last couple days?
You think starting again?
Oh, they're starting again?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So this is even a cooler call. I didn't even know that. When did that get announced? So you guys are going back?
I think we're going back. Utah hasn't had too many cases, so I might be able to just go out and go on a bike ride, do like natural human being things that I haven't been able to do.
Oh, so you haven't even like gone out the house? Like you're taking this shit very literal.
Well, so like you obviously the instance we were like the first team in the NBA to have someone with the virus. So what people know now, we didn't know 14 days ago. So it's like they told us to be quarantined for 14 days just because we were exposed to people that had it. Yeah,
of course. What I'm saying is like what makes them think it's going to be okay to have games again? Or are they talking about there's no talk about games actually yet?
Bruh, like that is like the furthest thing that anybody.
Okay. Someone posted on Instagram.
They try to say like June and stuff.
Swear to God, I million it.
Sheesh. Blue's over here feeding me fucking internet troll news. He's like, the NBA's back. I'm like, what?
Someone posted that, bro.
Blue, we're about to play at the Cranston, Rhode Island YMCA.
Yeah, the YMCA. You can't even get a fucking gaming at the YMCA. He thinks the NBA's back.
George, I love you.
Sheesh. God. So that's another point. Rudy, your team was the first team like that actually had a positive case, correct?
Yeah, we were the first one. And to be honest with you, like, I mean, a month ago, how serious were you thinking of it? Like, nobody really thought it was like anything.
Yeah, it really was. Like, we were like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, it ain't affecting anybody, you know what I mean? Like, and then it comes out like 2 weeks later, like, this shit is like for real. So when he like they were telling us, I think it was like shoot around before the Oklahoma City game, they're like, yeah, Rudy tested negative for, like strep throat, like the flu, but they're gonna test him for corona. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Like, there's no way this motherfucker has it. And sure enough, like, I know you played baseball, but like imagine like you just get done throwing your last warm up pitch or whatever, they throw it down to second base, and some dude in a suit just runs out to the umpire.
Yeah, it's the wackest shit ever.
Yeah, you're like, yo, like what's going on? At first, I thought like Oklahoma City was like, they might have someone that has corona, so we're not going to play because it was like the 4-5 game. But then I'm like, who am I kidding? Like, clearly this dude has it.
Wow. Crazy. So,
Wow.
so how has his experience been? How's he feeling?
So he had like symptoms while he was like with us, like, but nothing crazy. Like he said he could have played, and I've talked to him since, and he said the only thing that's affected him is that like he doesn't have like a sense of smell, which I was kind of like, damn, like
I've been hearing shit about that.
Yeah, wild.
Is there a chance that doesn't come back?
I don't know, but if you get a bad batch, that's bad news, ain't it?
Dude, if I can't smell or taste, man, I don't even know if I want to rock anymore. dude, if I love eating. If I can't fucking taste my meals, man, fuck.
What's the point?
What are we even doing here? You know what I mean? Sheesh. So do you remember? I was pleasantly surprised. I was walking into a game in Miami. When was this? Like probably 3.
Yo, that was December 23rd, right before Christmas.
Why do you have such a good memory?
Because we flew home and my family came to see me. I remember coming back from Miami.
You're sharp as a tack, Steve.
Man, you just never know.
You never know. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm like with these music people, like one of my managers down there, and he's like, "Yo, let's go to the game." I didn't even ask who we were playing. We were at dinner. I was like, "All right, cool." I walk in, literally the first guy I see, just Georges Niang just run. I think it was. I want to say I got there right when the game was starting, but I dropped a "You ready?" I was courtside. I dropped a "You ready?" Like it was. He couldn't have heard it any faster or clearer. He turns around, just gives me a great "You ready?" back. It was a special moment.
When you see one of your own, you just know.
Yeah,
you know
it's like our call. It's our mating call. Pause. So now, what were you? At what point were you like, fuck, I might have it, or was that the vibe when Rudy and Donovan came out positive? Was everyone starting to trip out? Were you guys tripping or not really?
Dog, it's the crazy. Like I tell people, it's like the craziest like emotional roller coaster you'll go through. Cause like when they brought us back into the locker room, I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" And then coach tells you like, "Yeah, Rudy has it," and then you're like, then your phone starts going off because like people are noticing that you're leaving the court, the game's getting postponed. Your family's like, "Yo, what's going on?" Then like doctors come in, they're like, you need to put a mask and gloves on, and then you're looking at your teammate like, yo, do I already have it? Like, do you have it? Why are you sitting next to me?
Everyone turns on each other.
Yeah, and then like, but then the crazy part is then even higher up doctors come in, they're like, well, you don't need the mask. Like, if you're already exposed, then you'd already have it. So at the end of the day, like, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm snitching, but like dudes even had like wine bottles sent to the locker room. I mean, we were there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
So we might as well like enjoy it. And at the end of the night, it was almost like, hey, like we all might have it, but like let's keep it away from our families because we'll be able to handle something like this.
Right. Wild.
But no hotels were like even trying to take us. So it took us like 5 hours to even get the people who test to come.
Sheesh. Wow. Yeah. What a crazy day, man. So since then, what's it been like? You guys have been just completely locked down. Like you haven't even gone out of the crib, nothing.
Dog, like I'm telling you, like groceries sent up to my room. I don't even tip the guy bringing up. I just give him a squirt of hand sanitizer.
That's more valuable than anything you can give him.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm saving your life, but you don't even want this cash. It's contaminated.
Sheesh, man. It's a wild time to be alive.
Nah, it is. And Utah just had a 5.7 earthquake, so that was even crazier.
Oh, you just had one today?
No, it was like 4 or 5 days ago.
What was? Did you feel it?
No, like it like shook. And I mean, I obviously with not much to do in the crib, I was a little, as one would say, inebriated. Yeah. When I went to sleep. And, so when the earthquake shook at like 7 a.m., like I thought like this was the end. Like I looked in the mirror. And
this is it.
I saw a grown man tear.
This is how I'm going down. I had, I mean, we live in California. We get a decent amount. But I had one where the fucking studio was like shaking back and forth. Like I didn't think we were going down, but it was like the first time where I really felt like how vulnerable we are on this planet. You know what I mean? Like we're just not in our control at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're not invincible. That's for sure.
We sure aren't, Steve. So yeah, we just wanted to check in. I mean, it's probably the first time we were thinking about it. The lockout was the only other time that comes to mind, but like being in the middle of a season, it's like one thing to be like, oh, baseball, like they were in spring training, you know, football's off, so like whatever. But like you guys are right in the middle of it and like in a run. You know what I mean? Like kind of towards the second half and into the playoffs. So it's such a crazy vibe. What's it been like?
Yeah, it's been tough, man. You know, I guess like you are, you know, being an athlete, like when you're trying to ramp up for like the biggest stage, like you kind of like start like ramping it up to get there. And then there's like an ultimate stop. And now you have to try to like ramp it up again. Like, I don't know, like there's not really much that we can do in the crib. Like if I want to put it in like a musician's terms, it's really like saying you can't go to the studio.
Yeah.
And like,
I have a question.
We can do push-ups and like dribble with a ball, but that's like them telling you, hey, you can record on this karaoke machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even think of that. So like the period of time where you're gonna have to like basically restart your engines on playing and running around again. You know what I mean? Getting back in shape. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough for us older folk over here. You know what I mean?
Come on, you're a young buck, my guy. Hold on, Kilmer has a question.
I can ask him here. Hey, George, it's John Kilmer. How are you?
Kilmer, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, so would you kind of compare it to like banging some chick, but then before you nut, someone just tells you to stop for 3 months?
Yo, literally, that like when the season got canceled, that's exactly what I thought about. Like,
see, I told you.
Picture perfect. Just like pulling out blue balls for like 3.5 months, then you can let go.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that's terrible. It's actually a great way of putting it. It'd be torturous.
It's pretty good on their bodies, though. You know what I mean? You get to fucking a little break. You know?
Would you make the argument that could be helpful for your body? Probably not, right?
Nah, because you know how playoffs are. Like it's like kill or be killed, and you're ramping your body up to like we were 18 games out. Like guys were just getting like, you know what I mean, pushing it through. Yep. And then like you got to come back and then go full tilt for like a championship. That's gonna be tough for some guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys, so I don't want to talk too much about us just because I want to have you on the podcast and for like an actual sit down. But you're having a great fucking year. I mean, you're the journey you've been on, just to see you actually coming forward and like, I mean, I don't watch tons of sports honestly, as much as you'd probably think people would guess I would, I guess. But when I look and I see, I mean, you're shooting incredible from 3, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing if you're white and 6'5", you probably should be able to do.
Man, you're doing it, my guy. You're doing it.
Yeah, no, it's been a blessing, man. I've just been lucky enough to have people to believe in me and give me the opportunity, and
hell yeah,
fucking living it up while I can.
Hell yeah. We'll talk soon.
I love you, George.
When you're in LA next, you gotta come by the ranch. Fucking yesterday.
For sure. I need one of those vibes.
We'll run it up.
It's been a minute since a Des Moines, Iowa tour bus.
Man, we've had some fucking good times in the great state of Iowa.
Oh my God. You changed my whole outlook on performing live, that's for sure.
Man, I love that. Thank you, man. It wasn't even, honestly, it was just how it came out, man. I wasn't not a musician, so like, to me, when I went out on stage, that was just naturally what I thought I should do. You know what I mean? Like make it more like a party and like, you know, it's just what was natural. So I feel like that's why it works.
Man, I was a sophomore in college. I've never had a better time in my life.
my dog.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir,
you, bro.
Man. I appreciate you having me, though.
Yes, we'll have you by the ranch and we'll do it proper.
Always.
All right, sir. Stay safe. All right. Later.
Wow.
What a guy.
I remember him coming to our shows in Iowa.
Yeah,
he's the fucking
I remember
man.
the whole team coming to the show.
They did.
I didn't know who the fuck one of them were.
The whole school knew they had a good time.
I knew they were out here.
I think the whole town knows you had a good time, Frank.
Yeah, George, we know. The whole school knew you had a good time.
Yeah, we fucking ran it up. We ran it up.
Yeah, those were good times.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Logan Rout here. He plays for West Virginia University. We introed him before, and his college season got canceled for basketball right before March Madness. Really tough break. I'm going to put him on right now. Hey, Logan, you there?
Yep.
John Kilmer, you're on the air. I'm gonna hand the phone over to the Studmeister, and he's just gonna ask you a few questions. All right. 1 sec. Fuck me.
Bad toss. Still caught it.
Right off the mic.
Just drilled the mic.
A little bit of a deflection.
Yo, what's up, man? It's Mike.
What's up, Stevie Daniels?
How are you, sir? What's going on?
Doing good. Doing great, man.
Where you at? You in West Virginia?
Yeah, I'm in West Virginia. I'm actually out at like a bonfire right now. Me and my
I was about to say, you sound like you're in a wind tunnel out there.
Yeah, no, I stepped away from the bonfire. Me and my homies are out here chilling, drinking some cold beers.
We love that. Cold American beers.
Yep.
That's
Good old state of West Virginia, just out in the mountains.
yeah, honestly, not a fucking bad place to be stuck. You know what I mean? It's scenic, the
Not
nature
at all.
vibe. You get some privacy.
Very secluded.
Yeah. So I have a few questions. We're basically just talking about the fucking the impact on what this does to athletes and you know, heading into the end of their seasons and just what it does. There's just so many options. There's so many ways it can go. And I just wanted to tune in with somebody who's living it right now. So what's going on? What are the vibes like?
I mean, man, it was a pretty tragic time when it first happened, you know.
Yeah.
Me particularly, I'm a senior, so this is my last go at the tournament. And we're having a really good season.
Sheesh.
We're going into conference tournament play, and I'm looking on Twitter, and I'm seeing Big Ten, ACC conference tournament canceled. And immediately I was like, yeah, the season's over for us.
Sheesh.
Like we were like 30 minutes away from leaving for a shoot-around for the game that day.
Wow.
Oklahoma.
Dude, I can't imagine. What the fuck was the vibe? Like, did everyone just fucking down in the dumps? Like, that must have been terrible. Wow. I know. Wow.
Everybody was really hurt. I mean, a lot of people are really in shock. I mean, me myself, I was in shock. Like, honestly, it still hasn't even hit me that my like career as an athlete is over.
So
at least college.
Yeah. So, fuck, man. I'm sorry. So, is there any options as far as getting a chance to play or play like? Could it be postponed?
You know, I mean, the March Madness has already been canceled 100%. You know, so my college career is over but they kind of talked about giving seniors an extra year eligibility for winter sports. But they already canceled the spring sports as well, which is baseball. So they gave them a whole year eligibility already, but I don't see them doing with the winter sports really. So just because we had like a maximum of 2 games to play left, and you know, the baseball had a whole year, they gave it back immediately. But
So what'd you say? There's a maximum. You had 2 games left before you hit the maximum.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying for like, if you're a senior this year and you're going into March Madness, you got about maximum 1 to 2 games, right? Unless you make it onto like the Final Four, you know.
Right.
So I don't see them giving a whole year of eligibility back to seniors this year, you know.
Fuck, man, so crazy.
It's wild, man.
So crazy. So what's next for you? Are you looking to play at the next level?
Yeah, my opportunity really is to play overseas somewhere.
Right.
You know, my freshman year of college at WVU, I came in as a walk-on, and I earned a scholarship after my sophomore year.
That's amazing.
So right now I'm looking to play overseas, but you know that's a whole too, because everywhere over there they're closing their leagues and they're shutting down. So just because of coronavirus.
What an incredible shock this shit is. I mean, you talk about you never know, man. Like taking things for granted and just even being able to fucking go outside and go to a bar and see people and just be around. You take all that for granted. We were just talking about it today at the crib. It's just like I feel like the positive silver lining of this is just like when we get our liberty back and like freedom to do whatever, and I feel like as a whole, people are just going to be a lot more just one in the moment and just happy to be out again and not necessarily just take it for granted, more looking at the positive versus just finding something to complain about. You know what I mean? It's like, it's obviously so many people going to be severely impacted, and there's going to be a long time before it actually, you know, is a memory you can look back and say, oh, that might have been a good thing, you know, but really it's crazy. It's crazy how many people have been impacted and how fast it happened, bro. I remember when it was like, you hear about it online. I was hearing about it online, and no one was taking it that serious, you know. And all of a sudden, shit started dropping off. Like literally, the president called it a hoax at one point, and then I want to say 2 weeks later, we were like going into a lockdown in California. You know what I mean? It was just this crazy fast fucking thing that happened. It's wild.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of times, like, I've heard so many people, you know, people come and talk to teams and, like, you know, great sport athletes, you know, say, like, you never know when it's going to be your last game.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit really hit hard whenever it actually happened, you know. Like, about to play in a conference tournament game and then your whole career is over.
Unbelievable. Man, it's got to be such a mental challenge for you guys to be able to withstand. Dude, I can't even imagine. I really can't even imagine. I didn't even know before getting into this call, like I wasn't paying that close attention. I know obviously we're going into March, but I didn't know like you guys were literally getting ready to go. That's crazy. So how many days did you have? When was your game? The next day or a few days from now?
No, our game was literally that day.
Wow.
Like we had shoot around for the game at 11:30, and it was 11 whenever I saw the tweet where the Big 12 was canceled.
Wow. Sheesh, man. Well,
we're all stuck in this hotel in Kansas City, and everyone's just going around to each other's room like, man, our season's over. Like, what the heck is going on? Like,
man, I can only imagine, bro. Really, I can only imagine.
It's crazy.
You got to be able to, man, it's just going to be an example of like just being able to fucking power through it and be able to learn and be able to at least give your, like, bro, this is a life lesson you'll never forget. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
And you just got to like look at it like that. And I think maybe, you know, you'll find its purpose later on, but there's obviously nothing that's going to be said is going to make you feel better about it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things you just got to fucking persevere through.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at it as like everything happens for a reason.
It's the only way, man.
I mean, you just gotta look at the positive sides. Like everybody's in their cribs right now, you know, kind of looking at themselves from within, you know, taking a personal impact on this thing. And I feel like the world's gonna take a more positive outlook as we go on.
Totally agree, bro. Totally agree.
The podcast.
Yeah, totally agree. Do you listen? Are you a listener to the podcast?
Yeah, I listen all the time, man.
It sounds like you're fucking tuned in. We gotta get you. Maybe we'll get you. We gotta get you on, and you know, say a year from now or whatever. We're gonna be doing this for a long time, but we can do a follow up and just chop it up and see how you're doing. But man, I wish you the best, bro.
I appreciate that, man. That'd be great. I'd really like that.
That'd be tight. And also, I'll have. We're gonna send you out. We'll send you out like a big merch package for our next drop coming through. Some Chug Buds. You got a Chug Bud yet or what?
Bro, I was DMing you because all my practices, like every time y'all came out with the release, I was in practice and I kept trying to cop one, I couldn't get it. And the last one,
yeah, well,
get one.
Oh, you got one? Fire,
Yeah.
fire. All right, cool. We'll send you a few new ones. We got some new ones coming out.
I appreciate that, man.
All right, my guy. Have a good time. Enjoy the nature out there, Stevie.
Yes, sir. I'm out in the wilderness right now. I appreciate that, man.
That's the answers. All right, broski.
Yes, sir.
All right, stay up.
Have a good one, bro.
Later.
Yes, sir.
Dude, he sounds so sad. He sounds so somber.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a good time, you know?
I didn't know it was that intense. Like, I didn't know. I kind of moseyed into that conversation. Like, yeah, he's fucking in a state. Oh, he's like grieving right now.
Dude, my senior year, my Greek week got canceled, and it was like the end of my world.
Dude, seriously.
It got canceled because we got kicked off campus for reasons I can't disclose.
I can't imagine.
We couldn't participate in intramural Greek week sports, and it was the end of my world. Like, I was so sad. Can you imagine if like you dedicate your whole life to a sport, and then your senior year, just like they're like, nah.
I
really can't imagine.
That's insane.
I mean,
Dude,
you somewhat experienced it through your injury.
Yeah, I mean, but so I went back though. Like when I went back, it was easy for me to say, oh, I'm not, like I wasn't nearly as good. But I played that season. Like I still had another season I could have played, but I don't know. The music shit happened and I knew.
Crazy.
But it's not like I was healthy and ready to go and feeling good and like all of a sudden it just took it away from you. Yeah,
But
especially if you think like you got a chance.
You're like on the line.
Bro,
It's not like a
he
Zion
was saying like
Williams.
they had a legitimate shot at like, you know, playing and, you know,
In the Final Four.
dude, when you make their best memories of their whole lives, these college players, and sometimes they create their next part of their life. If he balls out
Yeah, he could have
in the March Madness and they win like 4 games and get into like the Elite Eight or something, and then they have some standout games, like at least at the very least you're the fucking man. Your ego, like in a good way, you'll have so much confidence going into your next endeavor, like, you know, so you don't even get a chance to do that.
I think this whole experience is making people like not take shit for granted, bro. Like anything, like just being able to play basketball for
Facts.
a team, anything, straight like
Yeah.
anything, like that is at the end of the day, yeah. NBA is like amazing. It's a game, and people treat it like it's like they talk shit to all these guys. Like, bro, it's a business for them. They're making money.
Well, Larry
like
King-
there's life beyond the game.
Larry.
Like life is
Larry
crazy.
King said it best, I think it was Larry that said it. He said some people can't adjust to when people stop cheering. You know what I mean? Like their whole lives, you're in a stadium, people are cheering for you. People are like,
cheer for
rah, rah,
yourself.
rah. Someday you got to let it go and the cheering stops. And for some people, it's earlier than others. You know, like for him, he's saying, you know, that might be now,
Yeah.
senior year in college.
But he didn't like, it's so like,
Nah,
dude,
it was
psychologically, he's like so ready for this.
It's because it was abrupt.
and then you don't even
Yeah.
get a chance. So then like, there's just a huge what if, like,
Yeah.
and it's out of your control and you just have to be able to swallow.
Because it's not an injury. It's not like, what if I did this differently?
Exactly.
It literally, it's like out of your control.
And it's the most outlandish shit. Never
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So it's just like, fuck. Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll have a shot to try out for like these teams.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
overseas
know
and
his
shit.
personal, like, I don't even know his personal.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
if it's meant to be, it will happen.
I know. It was out of his
No
control.
matter
though.
what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
The whole league
I
happened.
mean, it
the
sounds
whole
like
league.
he's already on that wave.
Yeah.
But you could tell how sad he is.
It's
kinda-
happened to every player.
It's
in the
kind of
league.
like in 2014 when we spent that week in Myrtle Beach, and little did we know it was Black Biker Week.
It was.
It was out of our control.
wow.
It was Black Biker Week.
That was crazy.
Not to say that it was a dangerous week.
But and listen,
But it was
there's
a
nothing
dangerous
racist
week
about that.
to be in Myrtle
We're
Beach.
talking about they were like dangerous dudes. Like everyone's like, yo, don't
I didn't
talk to
even.
them.
I'm sorry if this is offensive. I didn't know black people rode motorcycles.
Yeah, I
This is
didn't
the whole
either.
culture. They have a whole week of
Not
it
like
in Myrtle
not like
Beach.
fat, not like the cool kind of swaggy like
No.
speed bikes. These are like Harley. They were Harley gangs, like big muscle, big handlebars like up here.
They have a whole week of it in Myrtle Beach. I
That
didn't
was
even
the
know it
best-
existed in the
That
planet.
was the craziest week ever. I was on.
Blue is on.
I was on the moon rocks.
We're on Moon Rocks
Dude,
every
that shit
day.
was-
fucking tidal wave.
I wasn't thinking about Black Biker Week once. I heard it like a million times, but it didn't like really hit me.
Dude. We've never addressed this,
Didn't hit me
bro.
one
We
time.
we fucking partied harder than we ever partied.
And we shot a video.
We
that
shot
never
a
came
video
out.
on like the illest camera. It was like a movie,
It never came out.
and it didn't even come close to coming out. For I'm not sorry because I was
That
just
week
like
was
I don't
amazing.
even know what happened.
I know.
Like we were just so fucked up. We didn't get it done. Like it was like
Yeah.
But we had like a moot like. So we're running around this little neighborhood in Myrtle Beach. We're
was a
such
blast.
dumbasses, man.
This was
We're
the
such
pinnacle. This was the
dumbasses.
pinnacle of like the stud
The
era.
the ratchet, like
Yeah.
This was like just like yo, we were just fucking running and
I want to
gunning,
paint the
bro.
picture just so everyone can like see
Remember
the
our
clear
bunk
image.
beds?
I want to paint the picture first.
bunk beds.
I got to
Don't
put
forget
this
the
in
bunk beds.
context and then I'll tell the bunk bed story. Just to put this in context, we went to Myrtle Beach specifically to shoot a music video for the song "I'm Not Sorry," which was it was big at the time. I remember you put it on one project and then you put it on another project.
Yeah.
So it was on 2 projects, and it was like the first big budget video we're ever gonna do. We had some who was there, Duffy. Shout out,
Oh my God.
shout out Duffy, James Defina. He was there shooting the video. And when we get there, this is quintessential stud era. We're probably like in our mid 20s. We're getting,
weren't
Yeah,
even.
early, and we knew it was college
Yeah,
week going.
We were
in
like
there.
23.
Didn't
Whatever-
you
yeah,
know it was
whatever.
college week.
and well, it was during spring break. So like clearly there was going to be
Oh, we
college
did
kids
it.
there.
We did it for a
Because,
reason.
yeah,
Yeah, because
we
we're
knew
like,
it was
oh,
gonna be college
we're
break.
gonna get organic party shit.
Yeah.
So little did we know, we go into this like shithole of a cottage, shithole, not even like us being snobby. It was a
blast.
shithole. And next to us, there was like a group of college
thing
kids
ever.
that were from like a small
We
Pennsylvania
like
school.
became
we became
Friends with.
we became real tight with these college kids that were staying right next to us,
football, I remember.
and their whole fucking school was there, so we were immediately tied right into their whole scene. And every
they recognize they were fans.
yeah, they were fans anyways, but we were getting after it every night. We partied with them every night. We did some things we can't really discuss, and we ended every night at Pirates Cove, very awful bar. And
Pirates Cove.
I couldn't feel my feet.
this shitty college, not college. This shitty cottage had bunk beds. They had like it looked like someone constructed them in like 4 hours out of raw materials. and Blue and I were sharing a room in bunk beds. He had the top bunk, which was a huge miscalculation.
I slept in there maybe one night.
Not only
Maybe
were they
one
bunk
night.
beds, but it had no guardrail on the top bunk.
Maybe one night.
And Blue took the top bunk. Huge miscalculation.
Bro.
And we were getting so loaded. We were getting so loaded every night that I'm sleeping. I'm like passed out. I'm so fucking drunk and hopped up on whatever. All of a sudden, I hear bang like a fucking earthquake. I'm like, It Blue rolled off the top bunk and fell right onto the floor like the loudest like a fucking sack of potatoes hit the floor. He's like, hit the floor so hard, and like this Blue, like he can wear anything. Like you can wear any injury.
I mean, I don't know how I was real fucked up.
The funniest part is that you got up, you walked back to the top bunk, and then you fell again.
Dude, I don't know if I fell all the way down. Yeah,
You fell a second time.
Yeah.
Dude, I slept 3 hours that whole trip.
It's
bro.
like no one can understand because it's like the sound of a body
I remember
hitting a
hearing
wood
it.
floor from falling 6 feet up. Like,
I remember hearing it.
It's way louder than you think it is, and especially if you're sleeping right next to it. It's man, we could
Bro,
do a
that
whole
whole trip was crazy.
That trip was amazing.
we could do a whole podcast.
I
about
maybe
that trip.
slept 3 hours that whole trip. And then our last show, like we left there and went to the crazy. We had a show outside of Chicago.
A private
and it was,
show.
We all had our own rooms. It was
remember
so
that.
luxurious, like the complete opposite.
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Remember
we
that?
went from shitty Myrtle Beach to a
Fives.
Sweet 16 party outside of Chicago. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Or a high school graduation or something like that.
Something like that. And
Might be.
the parents gave us all our own rooms, which was like a big deal back then. We didn't.
We were like, wow.
In a 5-star hotel. I remember rolling up to the hotel, and there was like Secret Service looking people with earphones, being like, "What's your reservation, Mr. Kilmer? All right, go up to the front desk. They're waiting for you." And then I walk up, and they'd be like, "Mr. Kilmer, thank you for joining us. Your room's ready." And then I walked into the room, and there's like a TV like in the mirror.
bathtub.
There's a TV in the mirror of the bathroom. It, like you press a button, and then in the mirror of the bathroom, a TV just starts playing in the mirror. It made no sense.
Yeah. Especially then. This is a long time ago.
So like
I know it's a
This is
simple.
like
It's a simple thing.
6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty cool seeing a little hot tub with a fucking
The
mirror
second
right
biggest
there. TV right
miscalculation is a parent booking
man.
us for like a high school party. What are you thinking?
That
Have you
was
been on the
so-
internet, sir?
So reckless.
You want us to perform at your daughter's party?
guys
Have you
remember-
been on the internet?
You guys remember Carl?
Probably hadn't.
Remember Carl, the magician, dude?
Yeah.
He got booked for
Dude, we played. Dude, do you remember those? Dude, those first like 3-4 years, the places we were at. Dude, we were in such like middle of nowhere towns.
The one thing I'll never take for granted that I'm the most thankful for from this entire experience is that I got to see all of America.
We saw it all, man.
I'm
Changed
not,
my whole perspective.
I'm not even talking about every major city. I'm talking about we were in places like Pittsburgh, Kansas. Not
dude,
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Fire. Those are the
Pittsburgh,
best spots.
Kansas.
Those are the best spots.
You know what I mean?
Mankato, Minnesota.
We were in cities in Virginia where the only bar in the entire town was an Applebee's, and that's where we pregame.
for real.
Like I
Multiple times.
and that is America in a nutshell.
Yeah, no, I mean, we just saw.
You know what I mean?
We just saw a lot. We've seen now, especially living in LA as long as we have. I feel like I've seen pretty much witnessed most of how most of America is living. And across that spectrum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the.
Because we've only lived in
That's really cool.
We've
I
all
think we're
lived
the
in big
most
towns and big
cultured now
cities.
from all that.
You know what I mean? We've only
Yeah.
lived in big towns and big cities. Cranston's actually a pretty big town. You know what I mean?
It's not.
It's not it's a big town.
Yeah. It's a town.
It's
yeah.
like over 30,000 people. That's a big
Yeah,
town.
yeah,
That's
for
a
sure.
big town. My town's over 30,000 people. It's a big town. You know, like
these small towns.
the
are
majority
good.
of America lives in like 5,000 people, 6,000 people. in the middle of nowhere.
think
That's how most people are living, and we got to experience that, and that's what I'm most grateful
I think
for.
the
love
most random spots were like the best spots.
Yeah, the people
Like
and
the
the
shit you
people
didn't
you
know.
come and like just this our
Montana.
attitudes towards the whole night and everything. Like everything was just there was just such organic fun.
We were just happy to be there and like
That's why it
explore,
worked, bro.
Yeah.
That's why our fans stuck and like we were able to. I really think
with
we partied with
everybody,
like
bro.
we partied with like 25,000 fucking people.
At
Bro,
least.
you know what I mean? Personally,
at
like,
least.
Drink till
or more than that.
failure,
Not
bro.
counting shows. I'm just saying like at parties and
At parties,
bars
and
like,
yeah, exactly.
Bro,
Bro,
we've been to so many motherfucking dive bars, bro.
Like those are the best.
We've been to so many fucking college dive bar, like just not even college, just like shithole, like regular ass bars.
Some would say you should write a song about that.
Some would say I have.
Yeah, what about those house parties? The random house parties that would get crazy. Oh my god.
We're gonna dive into a wormhole here.
Shit. Yeah.
We'll do another episode.
Memory
where
lane over
We'll
here.
do another episode where we reminisce. But yeah, it's been good. Steve, any final thoughts?
Steve's been fucking knocked out.
Steve got the corona.
Steve's got a poopy butthole, as do I.
So Steve like always barges into my fucking room and jumps on the bed, and I had a girl over, and she's like, dude, I fucking love Steve, but he's got the craziest dingleberries.
That's why
Like,
his
I don't
name's
think he
Stevie
should be-
Dingleberries.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
like,
his nickname,
babe, listen,
Stevie Dingleberries.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, we literally have a nickname for him, Stevie Dingles.
I think it's
Not Stevie Daniels, but Stevie Dingles.
He grows an abundant amount of hair.
Yeah, so
around
like
his
he-
asshole.
Yeah,
You know?
he gets like a big puff ball. It's really cute, but like when he shits, like if the hair is that long, he just grow like
Yeah.
literally like there was like I thought he shit the dingleberry. The dingleberry fell off, and my door was open from him barging on. I'm in bed with the girl, and she's like, "Dude, I think he just shit." And I look over there, and we were just talking about his dingleberries, and there was just like one of his dingleberries broke off, and it was like substantially big enough to be considered like a dump.
whoa.
You looked at it, you're like, that's just a dingleberry, and you go back to sleep.
That's the biggest. It was the biggest dingleberry I've ever seen.
No, I don't even know what he's got right now.
Steve, you got a big shit fro. Whenever we,
Steve, you gotta figure it out. See, the thing is, he would have already had a fresh cut,
I know.
but we're in quarantine. These
I'm
are quarantine
suffering.
scenarios.
I'm suffering from the same thing where I can't get a haircut. Steve can't get a haircut to save his damn life.
Steve just got a haircut
His
today.
his issue is that like we bring him to the groomers and they're like, "How short do you want it?" We're just like, "Just shave it all off the ass.
Dude, leave whatever, just shave his ass
Shave
bare.
the ass." If you look at Australian shepherds, like the ass hair is just abundant. It's a forest.
Steve's having nightmares right now.
Steve's a thick boy. That's a thick ass
That's a
boy.
thick ass
Look at him.
boy.
He's just.
Yeah, Steve's
Steve, that's a thick ass boy.
Steve's having a rough day. All right.
Steve came in literally. He's had kennel, like it sounded like a kennel cough or something. But
Sorry today.
I think he had something like stuck in his throat. He just came in like coughing up a storm and up in my room. Like he never comes in my room and coughs, or like never comes in my room and like when he's in trouble or needs something. You know what I mean? Because upstairs.
Yeah.
And I was like, I called him in the bathroom, and you could tell he like needed to puke. He was acting like a human when they puke. He was like, you know what I mean? Like just hunched over, like waiting. Yeah, kind of. And then he yacked a little. Kilmer. No, it's a little. No, it's
It
less.
looks like you're gonna blow.
It's less. Yeah, less puke
Did I
and
make
more,
it gay?
more blowjob.
I made it gay.
Yeah, you did.
Real gay.
But he just yacked up a little bit, and it wasn't nothing major, and then he moved on.
We love you,
Before or
Mr.
after the
Steve.
walk?
It was after.
Do you want to talk about merch before we get out of here?
Yeah. So we're gonna do a flash sale. Like we got about like put together. So when you jump on this sale, just like click around and check sizes, because like we have a good amount of stuff to get rid of across a bunch of SKUs and things. But like on some shirts, there's like no mediums, and some, but we're gonna get rid of all this, and we have a whole new line ready, which we'd already be putting out, but we can't get shit manufactured right now with the quarantine thing going on. So we want to do a sale, and
wanna look at some
also
of the
we have
styles?
Chug Buds.
Some of the styles.
What's that?
We want to look at some of the styles.
Oh yeah. So of course, they're extra wrinkled. So this.
We're not a logistics company.
Yeah, we're not a logistics company at
Keep
all.
going, guys.
Those. What else do we have?
We got chains. We got
This chain, Do you have any? Can you grab a crew neck or want to just come in here? Can you see him? That one.
Get in there, Willis.
Just a bunch of shit, a bunch of cool shit. And then we have Chug Buds coming too. A bunch of people have been hitting us like they're stuck in their house and they need a fucking Chug Bud. So we got about 2,000 left. And these will probably be the last that we've made ourselves. We've been like trapping out of the house literally. So as soon as this fucking quarantine thing is over, we can get to our next part of our deal, which is mass manufacturing. We'll be able to fire them out all the time. So we're ready for that. I hope you're ready.
All right. Well, it's been a fun quarantine. We learned a lot of exciting lessons today. If it's the first week of March, do not go to Myrtle Beach because it will be Black Biker Week, so be wary.
Yeah,
This is one of the best times.
yeah, so maybe you should go. Secondly, the fucking beer pong tournament, the Ballina Cup, is upon us. So when this comes out, it will be underway.
Yep.
But tune in, check it out.
Possibly the biggest beer pong tournament of all time.
Of all time.